So good morning students, and today we are going to deal with a major topic. It's an important topic, so that is a viral hepatitis. Okay, so now first we'll be seeing what do you mean by viral hepatitis. Okay, so these viral hepatitis is a systemic disease, means the overall the body systemic, the organic system disease. So that is the inflammation of the liver. Okay, so that is mainly caused by the hepatotrophic virus, and mostly so these viral hepatitis is going to be cause some of the disorders like hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C, hepatitis D, and hepatitis E. So these are the only five types of the hepatitis virus, and it is going to be infected by the viral hepatitis. Okay, and these mainly it is going to be cause an infection of the liver inflammation, and some of the other organisms or some of the other systemic diseases which causing of hepatitis inflammation of the liver. So that is herpes simplex virus, cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, and the yellow fever. So these are also some of the virus that is also affecting with the hepatitis A. So we should not be confused, and whenever you are dealing with the viral hepatitis A, B, C, and D and D. Okay, so should not confuse with these kind of the other viruses. Okay, so in detail we will be dealing. So these are some of the clinical terms. Okay, like hepatitis means inflammation of the liver. Okay, so acute viral hepatitis means, and where the symptoms last less than 6 months is called as a acute hepatitis. Okay, so acute hepatic failure means liver failure. Okay, so that is due to such as the jaundice or maybe the loss of function of the liver cell. So these are some of the symptoms which is causing the acute hepatic failure. And chronic hepatic failure means, and at least 6 months it will take. Okay, so inflammation of the liver more than 6 months it is going to be there. Cirrhosis means the replacement of whatever the liver tissue is there in the liver. Okay, so that tissue is going to be replaced by the fibrosis. The fibrosis meaning is what? A fibrous like scar tissues will be there. Okay, a fiber. Okay, how the mango fibers will be there, right? So in the same pattern, so the loss of the normal pattern of liver tissue is going to be exchanged by the scar tissue. Okay, and next one is a fulminant hepatitis, means it is a severe impairment of hepatic function, so which is going to be cause the necrosis formation. So necrosis means what? And where it leading to inflammation, pus, and the later stage gangrene, necrosis. Okay, death of the cell is called as a fulminant hepatitis. Okay, so the some of the clinical terms these are, it's not important for you. Okay, so these are the types of viral hepatitis. At last I will be showing and I will be summarizing with these types of viral hepatitis only. Okay, so that is regarding of types of viral hepatitis. So in detail about viral hepatitis now we will be dealing. So that is only this classification they have described. Okay, so first one we are dealing with what is that? So the viral hepatitis. Okay, so what do you mean by hepatitis A? So these hepatitis A is also known as a infectious hepatitis, or it is also called as epidemic jaundice. So why? Because it's mostly caused by the hepatitis A virus. Okay, so the hepatitis A virus is mostly caused by what? The hepatitis A virus, and it is going to be show some of the symptoms of the fever, chills, headache, and fatigue, generalized weakness, aches, pains. Okay, and followed by some of the anorexia, means lack of hungriness will be there, nausea, vomiting, and dark urine, and the jaundice will be there. Okay, so these are the symptoms or the clinical manifestations they are going to observe. So the disease is benign only, and the recovery will be takes place within a few weeks itself. So it is going to be reduced within a few weeks setup only. So what is epidemiological determinants? So you know that what is epidemiological. So determinants means, so what is the agent factor, right? So here the agent factor already discussed that what is that? Hepatitis A virus is a causative agent, and what is the family that belongs to the agent is the Picornaviridae family. Okay, so that these family is going to be shows the infection over the hepatocytes, means the liver cells. Okay, so next one is a resistance. Okay, so So how much resistance means how much capacity so these virus is having. Okay, so these virus have the resistant to heat and some of the chemicals also. So mostly whenever you are dealing with some of the chemicals, the chlorine at certain level is going to be situated. Okay, so these chlorine by chlorination, and it's not that much effective, but slightly we can so damage this structure of this agent. But why the formalin? Okay, so it is a effective disinfectant to kill these kind of the hepatitis A virus. And the virus will be inactive in ultrasound rays, and also the boil of 5 minutes or autoclaving process, and this epidemiological determinant is very effective. So reservoir of infection, already you know that the human only is going to act as a cases the reservoir of infection. And the period of infectivity is what? 2 weeks. Okay, so before 1 week itself, and the after the onset of jaundice, and it's going to be subsides. An infective material like, and mainly the man's feces is only the material of infection causing the transmission of disease. And the viral excretion. So in the viral excretion, and we can see that the excreted feces, okay, for about 2 weeks before the onset of jaundice, and so thereof, and the virus is going to be transmitted. Okay, so after 2 weeks of the jaundice exposure, and this virus is going to be activated so by the form of the feces. Okay, and next one is a host. Okay, so the who are the main host here, the age group. Okay, so like for example that among children's, okay, so is more than in a adults. So these hepatitis A virus, children's age group of more to get the susceptible to the infection, and the sex, and both the sex the equal susceptible to the infection. And the immunity, so immunity after attack probably lasts for life, means the person who will be having a so more immunity, so they will be having a control against this virus. So environment means what the cases may throughout the year it may has a carrier, but in India the disease tend to be associated with some of the rainfall in time, so it is more effective because through the feces is only the process, right? So through rainy seasons, and it is going to be spread out in proper hygienic. So incubation period is a 10 to 15 days, and usually so it makes it 25 to 30 days it's going to be there. Okay, and the mode of transmission, so already one we discussed that the mode of transmission is fecal-oral route. Okay, so the route of transmission is what by the contaminated water or the food or milk. So if improper cooking of food or improper boiling of water or milk, so the infection is going to be transmitted to the so from the fecal, and if improper hand washing, and that it's going to be entered to your oral form. And next one is a parenteral route. So parenteral means what? The blood. Okay, so the blood or the blood products, and whenever you contact with the skin penetration, so with the contaminated needles, so that process is going to be transmitted. And next one is a sexual so transmission. So sexual transmission means the mainly among the homosexuals men, so because they are going to make oral anal contact, so from that they are going to expose to the different kinds of the mode of transmission. Okay, so is it clear? So that is regarding of fecal oral route, and parenteral route, and sexual so transmission route. Okay, so that the next one is a diagnosis. Okay, so how we can make the diagnosis means by the demonstration of the virus. So they are going to take the sample of the feces, blood, and the bile. So jaundice. Okay, so the bile, so these three samples they are going to take in the particular slide, and under the immunoelectron microscope they are going to visualize the virus concept, and they are going to do a virus isolation and detection of the antibodies by ELISA. Okay, so titer test and some of the biochemical test. Okay, like that is a alanine aminotransferase, bilirubin, and the protein, so in order to detect all the jaundice. And the next one is a molecular diagnosis, like a polymerase chain reaction of the feces, so they are going to identify the cause. Okay, so that they are going to do. And prevention, so how we can make the prevention by maintaining of hygienic measures and sanitation, proper sanitation. And next one is by taking of passive immunization against the human immunoglobulins and the gamma globulin, so before exposure of the virus only, so that has to be taken. So before starting of the early incubation period itself, so you have to take this kind of the vaccine to prevent the attenuated clinical illnesses. Okay, And next one is anti-active immunization. So active immunization means, so these are severally inactivated or live attenuated vaccines, and so it is given against to control the hepatitis A virus. So treatment is, no specific treatment is given for this hepatitis A virus. So dietary food and the long rest is only the causes, and some of the symptomatic treatment we can able to give for the jaundice or different kind of symptoms of clinical manifestations. Okay, so that is regarding of hepatitis A. So next we'll be dealing with the hepatitis B virus. Okay, so these hepatitis B virus is so formally known as what? Serum hepatitis. Okay, and it is also a major pathology in the liver only, so which is caused by the hepatitis B virus, and which is mostly transmitted by the parental route, so through injections. Okay, and it is acute illness which was caused by the what? Liver inflammation, and that is also going to be cause some of the vomiting, jaundice, and rarely death we can see. And these, with these chronic hepatitis B, so there it's going to be occur the cause of cirrhosis and the liver cancer. Okay, and in the mostly in endemic throughout the world, and it is process, and whereas especially in the tropical and developmental countries is more these kind of the hepatitis B virus. Okay, and epidemiology agent is what here? The hepatitis B virus is the agent. Okay, so that is going to be where, and the double standard shell DNA virus is going to be known as Dane particle. So that is only the agent which is going to replicate in the liver cell. Okay, so just the length, and that's not important for you in the agent, just the structure they are showing. Okay, so this is a HBV virus structure, it's very very important. Okay, okay, Dane particle, so where the infection is going to be transmitted, right? And reservoir of infection, we can see that only reservoir of infection is a men is only the reservoir of infection, and which can spread for the carrier or the cases from one person to other person. And so some of the infected materials like contaminated blood or secretions such as saliva, vaginal secretions, or the semen with the infected material, so by that the transmission of infection is going to be have. So next one is a resistance. So resistance means what? So by providing of some of the sodium hypochlorite or the heat sterilization or the autoclave method, we can easily kill, or the microorganisms, the virus we can able to kill. Okay, and host majorly can see that age group, that is acute hepatitis B and the chronic hepatitis B. Like for example, a percentage they have given. So but other than that, the age factor is important. Okay, and high risk group are the people from the endemic region, the worldwide, and the babies of the mother with the chronic hepatitis B, or the intravenous drug abusers. Okay, and people with the multiple sex partners, and hemophilus and other patients. Okay, the blood disorder patients also is also one of the cause. And healthcare personnel are coming to an immunocompromised, means the person who have the low immunity, so that also is going to become to the category of the high risk group. Okay, and next one is a humoral and cellular responses, means, so where in the diagram I have shown you, right, the hepatitis B antigen and C antigen, E antigen is going to be covers. Okay, that is called as Australian antigen, core antigen, and the envelope antigen. So that is according to their response, the bacteria virus is going to be show some of the reactions in our body. Okay, so the incubation period, you can see that 45 to 180 days or the usual incubation period. And the mode of transmission, you can see the parental, like already we discussed, that is IV abusers, health workers, or increased risk, and sex likes and homosexuals. Okay, and prenatal, the mother. Okay, so the mother with the who are having hepatitis B antigen positive, so that they are going to transmit their offsprings. So that is the risk of having a mode of transmission. And diagnosis means serological and liver chemistry test they are going to do, and histology like immunoperoxide staining. So already, so these procedures you have completed, so I'm not going in detail regarding this. And some of the polymerase chain reaction it's going to be done, and the liver biopsy, so they are going to take the inflammation, fibrosis is there, right? So that fibrosis they are taking and collecting as a cancer, as chronic hepatitis. Okay, and serological events like what they are doing here, so it is a first marker to appear in the blood after the infection. Antigen they are going to detect out, and in the anti-hepatitis, okay, so that is anti-hepatitis antibody, so that is going to be disappears on the hepatitis antigen. So that is also one of the symbols. So C means what? So this immunoglobulin anti hepatitis C appears shortly. So after hepatitis B antigen is detected. Okay, so does not appears in the serum. So but it's going to be appears over the later stage. Okay, so the appearance of the blood. Okay, and soon after that, and soluble protein also means soluble protein means the positive serum they are going to detect out, and antigen is going to be included the viral replication means growth of the virus, and also it is going to be show some of the serum beyond 3 months indicates that increases of the chronic hepatitis B if you are not detecting, so that they are going to discussed. Okay. Okay, so prevention, like for example the vaccinations, highly infective recombinant vaccines they are going to give, and some of the immunoglobulin like 48 hours of incidence, so they are going to give for the mother this one, and other measures like screening of blood donors and the blood and the body fluids precautions they are going to detect out. So immunization I got against this is what? Hepatitis B at birth or soon as possible within 24 hours they are going to give, that is 0.5 ml, and route is IM route they are giving, and where anterior lateral side of the mid thigh for the children's they are giving, infants. And hepatitis B 1, 2 and 3 when they are giving at 6th and 10th and 14th week they are giving, that is also 0.5 ml IM, and anterior lateral of the side mid thigh only they are going to give for this national immunization against the hepatitis B virus. And the treatment like interferon alpha and salamivudine and adifovir, so dipivaxin. Okay, so these are only the drug resistant drugs which is given against the hepatitis B virus. Okay, so later class and we will be dealing with the hepatitis E and hepatitis C and E. Okay, so thank you.